Hey, so let's talk about the landing pages. We talked about how to create the email templates. Now let's talk about the landing pages. Landing pages are something that is going to be a client facing. So this is the page when your user is going to interact with, a point of arrival for your client. For example, a digital book or online course information exchange in return of their email addresses. Right? So we'll create this page in a way that whoever is landing on this URL, they are little attracted towards it and they know what they're looking for, and probably or hopefully they'll subscribe to you, or they'll give some information about them, like their email address, their phone number maybe, and their name to start with. Right? So let's go ahead and start creating landing page. So as you see, I have already created here one, but let's go back and start from here. So click on this burger button that we call, go to landing pages, and getresponse has it. Pretty cool tool, and mostly many of those email marketing tools, they provide you these kind of features, all drag and drop, very little code or no code at all. Okay, so click on create landing page. Like the templates, here also you will be presented with lots of options. So go ahead, check which one suits you the best, and then select that one. Okay, so for us, let's go ahead and let's say downloads or sign up in registration. Okay, so then let's use this one, auto insurance expert. Okay, so I'll say sign up page 1. Okay, so you'll have, and that landing page is a set of landing page and a thank you page. So you don't want your users to just say, hey, this is the success message. Okay, it's always better to redirect them to a much cooler page where they give them their submission or their detail, and then what happens next. That is kind of an action page, you can say. So submit, thank you page, and go ahead and next. Alright, so there you go. As we saw in email template as well, you can go ahead and pretty much control anything on this page. Okay, so for our demo, let's go ahead and do this. We can use, now you see we have our local files which we might have already uploaded, or you can get some free images from getresponse. You can also, if you have a Shutterstock account, you can go in there, you can add those files. If you have Jiffy as well, then also you can go ahead and use them. Okay, so for our purpose, let's go ahead and use the ones that we already had. For example, I'll use this as my logo or icon. Okay, so you see, this is the area for which the user will be seeing. So it's not the entire image, so you have to crop that. Okay, or if you have an image that is fitting this measurement, then it will be great. Okay, so you can do rotations and all that thing. You can rotate this image. These are the corners of it. So if you see, this became like a button. So let me cancel this so that we can see it. So because of that image that we have here originally, this is the one. So no, I will not do this. Rather, what we will do, just double click on it, and go ahead, use this little icon. It looks like a setting icon anyway. So this is, the corners are pretty sharp, but if I go here and let's say add 10 for example, and this lock again, it says if I change one corner, change it to everything, all the corners will be matching this value. Okay. Now if you see, I entered 10 here, all of them are 10, and if I go back, you see a little rounded edges of these. So this is how the things are very easy. You don't have to do anything. Mostly you'll have a pretty drag and drop feature. Okay, so go ahead and add whatever text you want. Let's say get a copy of your maybe marketing PDF or something. Okay, so we'll make it to the center. We can please sign up for your copy. So we say name, pretty basic name and email, and the submit button. We can have as much as content we want, but we'll talk about that, or I already added something there in this article that you can go through how to design a landing page which is going to be more effective. So you can go ahead and read through that. Okay, so for now let's go ahead, do that, this much, go to thank you page. We can replace the image with anything that we want. Now this is there, your request is on its way. So essentially what it will do is the first page will send a notification or the details to your email address or your software, which is in this case it is getresponse. Similarly, it will work with MailChimp, you name it, it will be all there. So whenever there is a landing page, usually or 100% of the time, you will receive that in that same software, whoever is designing that landing page. So let's go back here. We can say thank you for your message or whatever it is, and give a link to something else as well if you want to, or you can ask for more detailed information like what are their interest in and any other kind of marketing material you wanted to pursue more. So let's go ahead and keep it like this. We'll save. Next step, let's say without mobile edition. Okay, again proceed. We'll return to editor just to make sure that we are good. We'll see this mobile version, this is the desktop version, mobile version in preview. So if we preview it, it shows like this, which is for our purpose it's fine. We don't want to go into that detail in this one. So we'll say yes, proceed without mobile version. Yeah. So here it is, the landing page settings, where this is for SEO, like sites like Google Analytics or anything that short of the bots or crawlers, they'll be using this information. So very carefully fill out your description, your title, and so that they are indexed properly. So for our case, it'll just be a demo page, please ignore. And for if there is something specific about this page you don't want these crawlers to scan, then you can always turn it off. Okay, so then you can choose your own domain with whatever getresponse has given you, or you have an option to create or add your own domain. Okay, so if you already have a site, you just use that site and create a sub page for that. Okay. So now you can add domain. There is a process where it will take you to validate that domain, and finally it will add it there. so that anything that anybody who is landing on your website also can be redirected. So you don't have to use something like blah 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 .grt.com or subscribe me now.com and all those things, right? You don't have to do that. You can always put it like abc.com slash maybe product 1, product 2, whatever you want to call it. So for now, let's go ahead and use this list as we did already. For this one, let's go ahead with the product 1 marketing list, or we call it as blog subscribers. Okay, confirm opt-in. This option is critical. How do you where basically you are residing in, and which country is it? Different countries have their own different kind of laws around it, so be very careful. Ask for permission before you can even market them. So you can say after this submission is done, after what time you will send out an email message or things like that. Okay, so just to avoid, for now what I'm going to do is, as soon as the subscriber or the person is signing up here in this landing page, they'll directly go into the thank you page. Okay, so we can have your own pages and stay on current page as well, but as I said, it's always better to go with next page. So there will be 2 pages, which is thank you page and your main landing page. Or you can, if you want, you can go do without directing anywhere, just the landing page. You just say successfully submitted or something. You don't have much option there, right? So it's better to have a thank you page for the next. Then go ahead, use any of your analytics if you want to see how many people are subscribing, how many, what are the rates of your advertisement that you're running. For all those things, go ahead and use analytics. Ad conversion tracking, you can always use your Google ad ID here, and chat window. So you can always give them a chat window where the users will be, whoever is on the landing page, they'll be able to interact with somebody if that is available. So after all this done, let's go ahead and publish it. So now you see this is giving a very difficult landing page to remember for us. So just for ease, always use your domain as and when that's possible. Well, if you are starting, I would say go ahead with this kind of options where you don't have to invest anything. It's free, so just get this link, market it wherever you want to, and then once you have been in the market, you know how things work and you are getting the benefit out of that, you are making money, why not? I mean, there's domains are very cheap these days, so you can get a very in $10-15 maybe per year, you'll get a domain of yourself. Domain gives you your branding and everything, right? So alright, so let's go ahead and look at this landing page now. What I'll do is I'll just open it in a private window so it doesn't collide with this thing. Okay, so there you are. You see this logo or whatever we had, your text. Maybe we can say Mike is my name, getmeta.com, and I'll just take this one so that I know when it is received. Okay, so click on submit. Now you see the thank you page, it's redirected with the thank you page. At this point, if I change or even go back to my list, what you will see is there is no one in that blog subscribers. If you go back to the landing page, sign up page, sorry, not here. We'll go to the settings here, and you'll see whoever is signing on this page, I specifically told getresponse that that person or that user should be added to this list, which is blog subscribers, okay, for us. So let's go back, and if I go to that list, which is the blog subscribers, I don't see anyone. Why is that? This is because we have, remember that toggle switch where we said they have to opt in before we can send them email, right? Especially these cases where we are going to send out the email notification immediately or autonomously, when nobody is going to send out an email, right? So we want to get it autoresponder. So somebody submitted their email, just send out something. It happens regardless whether you are there or not, right? So for those kind of situations, always go for the opt-ins. So what it means is they need to verify that that email address actually exists. So if they've never submitted that, or they never verified that, that means it might be a fake email address, right? So, and that may increase your bounce rate as well, which will affect your email addresses deliverability. Your email domain might get affected of that. It's not might, it will. If gradually you start getting more and more bounces, it will reduce your chances of your emails reaching out to your audience. So always go for opt-ins that way. So let's go ahead and create another temporary box that we just used. Click on add. If I go here, please confirm your subscription. This is what I see. And now if I go back and click on this one, see, yeah, so if I now go back and click on this, oh, this is happening because I'm in the same session. So I'm logged into the same browser, and that's why it is happening. So what I'll do is I'll open it in a private window, and then it'll tell us the same thing. Ooh. Actually, I should not have clicked on that directly. Oh, I think there it is. I already have it. That's why. Is it the same one? No. There is some issue with it. So let's go ahead and try it one more time. So go to the landing page, or we already have that landing page here. I'll just remove that, thank you. There we go. I'll say my name, so Amit, and I'll say abcde@getnada.com. I just don't want to use my emails on these tests. So okay, I'll go ahead, submit. Your request is on your way. So now if I go here and open getnada, getnada, add new. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now because this is on a different incognito or private window, it should not have that same issue. So go back, lists, bloggers, it says nothing yet. Click on this link. Now it says thank you for your subscribing, and this is your email address. Now because you subscribe, this is where you are going to add. This is the list that we selected during our configurations. Now if I go back and just refresh this page, I should be able to see that. There you go, right? So if I go to the list subscriber, you see one more subscriber is added there. Okay, so that's what the landing page will do. It will capture your IP addresses and things like that. Okay, thanks for watching.